Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the Giants this season, you know it's been a roller coaster, and not in a good way. Starting 0-2 is never ideal, especially with a team that's been trying to rebuild and get back to the top. But what's really catching the attention of fans, analysts, and insiders alike is the situation surrounding Dexter Lawrence. Yes, the star defensive tackle, who's been hailed as one of the best at his position in the entire NFL. But believe it or not, there are growing concerns that if this losing streak continues, Lawrence might hit a breaking point. And that could mean him asking for a trade. That's right, a trade request from one of the Giants' cornerstone players, and it's causing a lot of chatter in the football world. To understand the full picture, we need to look at what's happening with Dexter Lawrence right now. The Giants have been struggling on offense, no doubt, but the defense was supposed to be a strength, or at least a stabilizing force. And Lawrence, with his size, athleticism, and relentless motor, has been a pillar of that defense. He's been a dominant force inside, capable of disrupting schemes, collapsing the pocket, and providing that interior pressure that makes life miserable for quarterbacks. But in the first 2 games of the season, things haven't gone as planned. Lawrence has only managed 4 tackles across both games, and his overall impact has seemed muted. It's not typical for him, and fans are noticing. Now, some of this can be attributed to the coaching staff, particularly the defensive coordinator Shane Bowen. There's a perception among fans that perhaps the scheme isn't utilizing Lawrence's talents properly, or maybe he's not being put in the best position to succeed. Whatever the reason, it's clear that Lawrence's frustration is building, and that's what Jordan Raanan from ESPN highlighted during a live Twitter session. Raanan mentioned that you can see it building, little by little, and that's a pretty telling statement. For a player of Lawrence's caliber, who's been under a long-term contract with the Giants, this slow buildup of frustration could have serious consequences. What makes this situation even more intriguing is the fan reaction on social media. The Giants fanbase, known for their passion and sometimes fiery takes, is already speculating about what could happen if things don't improve. There's a lot of chatter about Lawrence potentially asking for a trade if the losing continues. And honestly, for many fans, that's almost unthinkable, because Lawrence is not just a good player, he's a vital part of the team's identity on defense. But let's put things into perspective. The idea of Lawrence requesting a trade isn't just fans' speculation, it's fueled by frustration and recent events. Fans are voicing their opinions loudly. Some say, "He's gonna ask for a trade in a respectful way, I don't believe it," implying that maybe he'd handle it professionally, but the underlying sentiment is clear. The frustration is mounting. Others are more blunt, saying, "Why would anyone want to go play for this horrible organization?" which reflects the overall disappointment and skepticism about the Giants, current management, and future prospects. And interestingly, some fans are even speculating about where Lawrence might want to go if he does ask for a trade. There's talk about him potentially heading to Dallas, especially if they're in the market for interior help, and if the Giants decide to part ways. There's also mention of Washington, with fans joking that he might join his former teammate or close friend, or simply seek a fresh start elsewhere. The truth is, though, that trading a player like Lawrence would be a seismic move, and one that would send shockwaves through the NFL. It's not something the Giants would want to do lightly, especially considering his importance to the team's defense. Now, let's not forget that the Giants, as an organization, have faced plenty of challenges recently. From coaching changes to roster rebuilds, it's been a rough road. But what's really crucial to understand is how this impacts the team's long-term strategy. Dexter Lawrence, as a young, talented interior lineman, is a building block. Trading him would mean resetting that part of the defense, and that's a huge gamble. Fans and analysts alike know that a player of his caliber doesn't come around every day. His contract is long-term, and he's shown flashes of being a dominant force. Losing him would be a blow, especially if the team isn't able to turn things around quickly. So what's the big picture here? Well, the Giants are in a transitional phase. The quarterback situation with Daniel Jones has been promising at times, and Saquon Barkley continues to be a key player on offense. Xavier McKinney has also shown that he's someone the defense can rely on. But the defense, especially the interior line, needs to be more consistent. Dexter Lawrence's potential is undeniable, and his presence on the field can change the complexion of a game. If he's not getting the support he needs, or if the team continues to lose, it's only natural that frustration could boil over. And that's where the speculation about a trade request comes from. Fans see the writing on the wall if the Giants don't start winning, and if Lawrence's frustrations grow, he might look for a fresh start somewhere else. It's a scenario that could have massive ramifications, not just for the Giants' season, but for the organization's future. The team's management will certainly have to weigh their options carefully. Do they try to motivate him, or do they consider trade offers if the situation doesn't improve? It's a delicate balance. But let's also take a moment to appreciate what Lawrence has already contributed. The guy is a game changer when he's at his best. His ability to collapse the pocket, to clog running lanes, and to generate pressure from the inside is rare. He's been recognized as one of the top defensive tackles in the league, and he's still young enough to be a cornerstone for years to come. The problem is that, right now, with the team struggling and losing, his frustration is evident and it's spilling over into public perception. That's natural. Players are human beings, and when things aren't going their way, emotions run high. Looking ahead, the Giants' management faces a critical period. Will they be able to turn this season around? Can they rebuild the team's morale and confidence? And most importantly, how will they handle the situation with Dexter Lawrence? Because if he does feel like his future isn't secure, or that he's not part of a winning project, then the trade talk will only intensify. It's a storyline that could define the Giants' season and perhaps even their future for years to come. And don't forget, this isn't just about one player. It's about a team, a franchise that's been trying to find stability after a few tumultuous years. The fans are hungry for success, and they're eager to see their team compete at the highest level. Every game, every play, and every decision is under scrutiny. And right now, the spotlight is on Dexter Lawrence, whose frustration could become a defining moment, either a rallying point for the team or a sign of bigger issues ahead. So, what's next? Well, we'll have to watch closely. The Giants need to find ways to improve on both sides of the ball, and that includes addressing any internal issues that might be brewing. If Lawrence's frustrations boil over, it's a situation that could change the landscape of the team entirely. But one thing is for sure, the passion of Giants fans is undeniable, and they're watching every move, every play, and every word carefully. The future of Dexter Lawrence, the Giants' defense, and perhaps even their season, could hinge on how the organization handles this delicate moment. Now, I want to remind you all to stay tuned, because this story isn't over yet. We'll be bringing you updates, insights, and analysis as more information comes out. The Giants are at a crossroads, and how they navigate this situation could define their path forward. So keep your eyes peeled, stay engaged, and remember, this is what makes NFL football so exciting. The drama, the passion, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. And as always, I'll be here to bring you all the latest right here on this channel. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we look ahead to the rest of the season, it's impossible not to wonder what the Giants' plans are going to be. Will they try to keep Lawrence happy and work through the struggles? Or will they consider trading him if the situation remains bleak? The team's front office will have tough decisions to make, and every move they make will be scrutinized by fans and analysts alike. It's a pivotal moment, not just for this season, but for the franchise's long-term outlook. And of course, we can't ignore the broader context. The NFC East is one of the most competitive divisions in the league, with teams like Dallas, Washington, and Philadelphia all vying for supremacy. If the Giants are to turn things around, they'll need their best players to be at their top form. Losing a player like Dexter Lawrence would be a major blow, but if it's the only way to reset and rebuild, it might be a path they have to consider. That's a tough pill to swallow, especially for fans who see Lawrence as a cornerstone of the future. But remember, the NFL is a league where anything can happen. Players demand trades, coaches get fired, and teams turn around in the blink of an eye. The Giants have shown resilience before, and they have the talent to bounce back. It's just a matter of whether they can fix the chemistry, motivate the squad, and get everyone on the same page. If they do, maybe Lawrence's frustration will fade, and he'll be part of a winning culture once again. In the end, what's clear is that the story of Dexter Lawrence is far from over. It's a narrative that will unfold over the coming weeks, and it's one that could have a lasting impact on the team's destiny. As fans, we're all invested in this journey, cheering for victories, feeling the pain of setbacks, and hoping for the bounce back that can propel the Giants back into playoff contention. The road ahead is tough, no doubt, but that's what makes it so exciting to be a Giants fan right now. Every game, every play, every decision counts. And we'll be here to cover it all, bringing you the latest updates, analysis, and insights into what's next for this iconic franchise. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this situation? Do you think Dexter Lawrence will ask for a trade if the losing streak continues? Or do you believe the team can turn things around and keep him happy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest news. This is the NFL, this is Giants football, and the story is far from over. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video with your fellow Giants fans. The more we grow, the stronger our community becomes. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's keep the passion alive. Go Giants!